There's a group that has decided there's nothing else we can speak now. There's nothing to tell Kenyans. The only thing to do now is to incite Kenyans using the 2024 finance bill. My friends, tunangojea nyinyi. Thank you very much. There's a serious issue that has been raised by the majority leader of misinformation and disinformation that is going on in this country. Mr. Speaker, the mandate of legislation is with this House. There is no another person who can make laws in this country. And it's very important to tell Kenyans the truth that the finance bill that is before this House, that we have come back to this session to deal with it, is not the finance bill that is being discussed in public, Mr. Speaker. And anybody who wants to know what is contained in the finance bill should take a copy from Parliament so that they can understand. Or I mean on the website, even the parliamentary website. Mr. Speaker, there are people who are still stuck at the finance bill of 2024. There are people, very senior members of the society, some of them who want to become president, Mr. Speaker. Like my deputy, majority leader's party leader, Honorable Kalonzo, who are telling Kenyans that land is going to be changed, all freehold land will be changed to leases, Mr. Speaker. I have not seen that kind of finance bill in this House. The last 2 weeks, I have been preparing for this session so that I come and contribute to the finance bill that has been tabled by Treasury. Mr. Speaker, those clauses are not in this finance bill. Very senior members of the society.
What the two of you are not saying,
yes, Mr. Speaker,
is that you cannot amend the Lands Act through the finance bill. You cannot.
You have even put it better.
The finance bill is not a miscellaneous law amendments bill.
Correct.
It's the finance bill.
Mr. Speaker, what happened, in fact, 2 years ago, Mr. Speaker, you can check the records of Parliament. There was a land amendment bill that was supposed to turn all freehold titles to leases that was sent here by the former Attorney General, my former Speaker, J.B. Muturi. And Parliament refused to publish that bill in their own wisdom, under your leadership, Mr. Speaker. And he's the one now talking outside there, as if we want to change. He is the one as the Attorney General, and I have a copy of that. Hey.
I rejected it. It didn't go beyond my desk.
You rejected it. You didn't even accept it to be published.
No.
So, Mr. Speaker, I look at people, I look at people and I just say, is it lack of, content or lack of strategy? What is happening with the current opposition in the country? Because, Mr. Speaker, they are telling Kenyans that the finance bill wants to tax now bread, it wants to tax tea. That is the finance bill of 2024. The finance bill that is before us now does not have anything of that nature, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, in conclusion, I want to say this. If we continue misinforming Kenyans, if we continue disinforming Kenyans, and I don't know whom we can send to them, I think Ndini Nyoro can go and convey this message on my behalf to them, Mr. Speaker. Sometimes he interacts with them, but I don't know at what length, Mr. Speaker, because I'm told he also is very soon becoming a party leader in this country. So I think they can have bilateral discussion at that level. Mr. Speaker, I want to urge my colleagues, my fellow leaders, that please, before you misinform Kenyans, before you disinform Kenyans, take time to read. And if you have no time to read, please ask your staff, ask your researchers to read for you the finance bill before you communicate or you speak to Kenyans at any level. Mr. Speaker, some of the issues that are being discussed today in this country concerning the finance bill are issues you can see that are meant purely for incitement, nothing else. The end game is to incite Kenyans so that Kenyans can rise up and fight each other, Mr. Speaker. Otherwise, there is no reason why a leader of the caliber of some of them senior councils, Mr. Speaker, I saw senior council Paul Mwite tweeting, saying that all freehold land titles will be changed to leases. I was shocked. He was a member of Parliament for many years, for many terms, many years, chairman of the Law Society of Kenya. He is the last person who should speak about that with that level of, do I call it ignorance or, for lack of a better word, just say that for misinformation. Mr. Speaker, let us not misinform Kenyans. Let us not incite Kenyans. Let us not tell Kenyans falsehood so that they can be used politically as pawns, Mr. Speaker. That's what's happening in this country. Let Parliament communicate now officially to Kenyans what the finance bill contains, and Kenyans will understand. And I've gone through the finance bill. Nothing at all is offensive to Kenyans in this finance bill. It is making the lives of Kenyans even better. I have here the finance bill. I've gone through it, Mr. Speaker. Everything that contains this finance bill is making tax payments easier, more predictable, Mr. Speaker, for the people who are financing these small taxpayers are the big, large taxpayers who want to hide behind these small taxpayers, who don't want to pay their taxes. So, Mr. Speaker, in conclusion, I want to say there's a group that has decided there's nothing else we can speak now. There's nothing to tell Kenyans. The only thing to do now is to incite Kenyans using the 2024 finance bill. My friends, tunangojea nyinyi. Thank you very much.
Temptation of some of their leaders today who are misinforming the country on what is going on, Honorable Speaker. I have seen leaders pretend that there is a finance bill in this house that does not exist. A finance bill, Honorable Speaker, I saw some, and Honorable Speaker, it is sad when some are senior lawyers, some who have served in this house for a long time, pretend that the finance bill that is coming before the house, which is lined for first reading today, has provisions that are converting leasehold land to freehold land to leasehold and taxing land, Honorable Speaker. And I want to encourage Kenyans, just like these students are coming to learn, to take time and familiarize themselves with the provisions of what is contained in bills. And they are freely available on the parliamentary website, including the finance bill. Because I've seen a lot of misinformation on social media, Honorable Speaker. In fact, there is one person from KJ's constituency, I think it's called Kinodhia Finya something, or Fanya nothing. Fanya nothing, I don't know. Who the member for Dagoretti South tells me that man is vying for an MCA seat, or vied for an MCA seat in Dagoretti South. And I saw him on a clip on social media telling Kenyans that all your freehold land will be converted into leasehold through the finance bill, and you start paying taxes for it. And the finance bill has no such provision. And not just the finance bill, we have no bill before this house with any such provision. And I've seen a lot of things, Honorable Speaker. I saw another one today circulating something that they pretend to be the finance bill, and they even color code clauses that do not exist. And they are circulating them on TikTok. And now that's why, Honorable Speaker, I must thank all these schools that are bringing their students to the National Assembly so that they understand when a bill comes for first reading, it is only the clerks on the table who read the bill, the title of the bill, first reading, and put it down. When the bill comes for second reading, we debate that bill as was published. You remember, Honorable Speaker, in 2024 during the finance bill, because of the misinformation and disinformation that had gone on, when we voted for second reading of the bill, many Kenyans believed that that was fait accompli, that bill had now passed, and nothing was ever going to change. Because Kenyans did not understand that we debate the bill as was published, informed by what Kenyans said during public participation, and we will then factor in what they said during public participation during committee of the whole, and finalize with the bill in the third reading. And I think, Honorable Speaker, it's good that we request the office of the clerk to at times allow these students to sit in a little bit longer. And I say that because, as Millie noted, the Alliance Girls students had left, so that they understand the entire process of lawmaking. So that when they see things on TikTok, they don't believe that's it. And they understand that this bill has a process. We'll go through the processes and motions of the House, Honorable Speaker. And I say that, Honorable Speaker, as I invite all Kenyans not to believe the disinformation, the propaganda that is all over on social media, and ask the Honorable Member for Dagoretti South, Honorable KJ, please go and educate that MCA aspirant in your constituency. I know you paid bursary for him. I will not ask you to recall the bursary, But at least I know you told me he was a paralegal who attempted to go to university and study law. At least in law school, you learn how to process bills through parliament. And you know how to read. At least educate him. And if maybe English is a problem, you can do it in Kikuyu. I know you speak very good Kikuyu, if he understands Kikuyu. Honorable Speaker, thank you.
Honorable members,